Hey everyone, we're going to look at some old school I'm a Believer from the movie Shrek. It's got a really cool phrase. Use your middle finger too. Nice basic chords, A, E and D, so it's nice easy rhythm. Just something fun between those last few studies before we finish off. And if we can do a lesson next week at school, you obviously know how to contact me. Happy to hear from you. For those who are just watching, hope you enjoy the video. Here we go with the basic chords for starters. The A chord, bass finger, first finger, finger 1, all languages covered. Okay, fourth string from the bottom, middle finger, finger number 2, third string from the bottom, ring finger, second string from the bottom. So your chord looks something like that, all in the second fret. And it should sound like this. Okay, I'm also going to show you E quickly before we do the rhythm. Your first finger now must go on the third from the bottom, middle finger second from the top, or more accurately fifth from the bottom, because they like counting from the bottom, get a standard. And your ring finger fourth from the bottom, second fret. That's your E chord. Should sound like this. Okay, now we're going to work on the strumming pattern before we go any further. I'm playing an A chord, just for by the way, there's your A. And your rhythm's simply going to go down, down, up, down, and it should sound like this if you want to strum with 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or down, down, up, down. Quite easy. Okay, will you join me one more time? 2 and 3 and 4 and down. Now what I'm going to do is slowly work through the first and second line, which if you look at the PDF you'll see are exactly the same. So it's 1A. Notice over here for A, by the way, that's your normal A. Watch my finger 1 and 2. 1's going to come down, 2 comes up. You may play A like that. Okay, but back to the normal. I'm doing that one. It's going to be 1A, 1E, 2 A's, and then another A making it third. This is the second line now. E, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super easy. Next up, the chord D. D starts with your first finger, third from the bottom like that, middle finger right at the bottom, ring finger second from the bottom. There's your D. And for the D chord, you're only strumming 4 strings. Okay. And your third line goes 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A. And this is the cool way. We must just mention my A looks slightly different. That's the conventional standard. But I do that because I've got fat little fingers. The advantage of this version of A is that when I go to D, my first finger doesn't have to move. Okay. But what we're going to have is 1D, 1A, 1D, 1A, 1D, 1A again, and we end up on the E. So with the strumming, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. That's your verse. Okay. Now on the PDF you can see for the chorus there's a chorus strumming pattern, and the chords start with A, D, A, and then there is another D which is actually on the next line but still forms part of the group. And when I say group, I mean A, D, A, D. Okay, so the lining up of the chords seem a bit misleading, but the chord strumming pattern, the second row of numbers and arrows and A, D, A, D, to the right in the PDF, that makes everything a lot clearer. Okay, if you need a PDF, let me know. Okay, this is going to sound like this. That's the part when he sings, then I saw her face. That part there, I'm sure you recognize it. It's super easy. You're just strumming down twice on A because it starts on A. 2 strums on B. Back to 2 A's. Now watch the offbeat. So the very last A to D, you'll see there's 2 down arrows on the A, down, down, and immediately on the upstroke we must already have that D in place. So that's the only little bit of a challenge here because it's quite fast. So you're going to have this every day. Ready for me for the chorus? Slow motion first. 2 and 3 and 4 and... And again. Okay, and obviously your target speed is, so the speed will come. Now the last 4 chords when he sings I'm in love, okay, that part there, and goes to D, 1 strum, and there's a G. And it says then note the last 4 chords in dark blue must be strummed once. That's what I did. I strummed 1, A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. If you're not sure of G, as a quick reminder, pointy finger second from the top, or more accurately 5 from the bottom. Remember, we count from the bottom. Middle finger right at top string, ring finger right to the bottom like that, and that's your G chord, all 6 strings. Okay, now the last part, that's the fun part. So I'm going to zoom in nice and close again. When you start looking at the tab, it's right underneath all the words, and it's got a 0, and that 0 is the 4th string from the bottom that I'm picking. I'm sure you can hear it. Then for the 2, take the middle finger, because middle finger, number 2, fret number 2, they're lining up. And you'll notice I pick the 0, and then watch that finger there, he hammers on that note. So I don't actually play the 2, the 2 sounds as a result of my middle finger hammering down, hence the name hammer on. Okay, so I'm picking 1 note, getting 2. And the 3rd note is the 0 underneath on the 3rd string. I hope you can see the strings vibrate as well, you should be able to. Okay, and if you put those 3 together, it should sound something like this. Now for the next 3 notes, you'll notice they're exactly the same as the first 3. So you're going to have this happening here. 6 notes in a row. So this will be bad, because I've paused between the 2 groups of 3. There must be no pausing, just like this. This is what your rhythm should sound like. And then just before the end of the bar is another 0, 2. And you can see my hand over here when I'm picking, when I didn't pick it. So your whole bar, all 8 notes, should sound like this. On the speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a little bit faster, but twice in a row. And there you have it, twice in a row. And that's all you really need to play I'm a Believer from the Monkeys, that's the name of the band, from the movie Shrek. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Any questions, you know to get hold of me. And hopefully we can get a jam in next week at school if you guys are going to be there. Take care.